Today on the channel, we're back at it with another G.I. Joe Classified series, and we got another Dreadnought, and today we're hunting for the Deke with Gnawgahyde, Yabo, and Porkbelly.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified series, unboxing and review. And today we got another Dreadnought. We got Gnawgahyde with his pets, Yabo and Porkbelly. But for all your G.I. Joe Classified needs, including Gnawgahyde, you better hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. Support the channel. Save that link over at Big Bad. And of course, that's where I got this bad boy, from Big Bad Toy Store. And Gnawgahyde, another all-timer from the Deke years. He was hunting for that Deke, of course, with Serpentor. We all know about that Project Dragonfly. Really the end of really good G.I. Joe at the time. It was a tough series, the Deke series. The descent into madness is what it really happened there. But it's worth a watch at least one time, I will say that. But Gnawgahyde, one of the bright spots. Metalhead, another bright spot. Unfortunately, the cartoon made them worse than they were in my brain. The toys at the time were two tough dudes that I really liked. They were guys that were respected on the battlefield that would slit your throat. Then they were kind of buffoons in the cartoon series. So the Deke went south. Sometimes when you hunt for the Deke, it goes south. It's happened. Ask anybody. Ask the ladies out there. They'll tell you that. But Gnawgahyde, an all-timer and one I'm excited to unbox. And of course, we're going to unbox this and do this like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, this is a deluxe figure, much like the Mutt and Junkyard and the aforementioned Metalhead we just talked about. Hit those up at Target clearance right now is what I've been hearing. But we got the new packaging style of the deluxe ones here, looking pretty cool. And we see this for the first time at San Diego Comic-Con 2023. It might have been, or it could have been PulseCon maybe. But now the day is here. Gnawgahyde is here to join the ranks of the Dreadnoughts. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. But where's Zanzibar? That's what I don't know. Bring me Zanzibar. Hopefully he comes soon. We'll see what happens there. Get his weapon, his vehicle too. I want that along the way. Cobra logo, G.I. Joe, Dreadnought, Porkbelly, and Yobo. He's Yabo to me is what he's going to be. Got the team over here. This is just amazing. This is just everything little Kyle ever wanted in an action figure is right here in this picture. Summed up. You get a monkey riding a wild boar with a cool guy that looks like he's like from Australia or something like that, from the outback. This is definition of Kyle, what Kyle wanted as a little kid. And guess what? Some things never change. This is exactly what I want right now. So there it is right there. Love it. QR code if you got them. You can do that right there. And then on the back, oh, a little glamour shot action. Tons of jibber jabber, but guess what? No file card. No file card is what it is. But we got Yabo up in the tree. It looks like it's a rainy day. I don't know. How do you get one of these wild boars as a pet? I heard they're tough, and I heard they're difficult. I heard they're difficult to deal with. Arkansas people down south, they're in the wild and stuff. It's a tough day at the office. But I'm going to go in through the side on this one here. See you later. Spider-Man style goodbye. Off to the side, and we got him out. Cobra logo back there. We're off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison. Oh my gosh, look at all these weapons here. He's got all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff going on. And we're going to dive in. We're going to see what's going on here. I can't wait to dive into these animals, though. You know me. I love G.I. Joe figures that came with the animals back in the day. More times than not, you see a new G.I. Joe wave when you're a kid, and if a guy has an eagle, a bird, a wild boar, anything like that, all day long, I'm jumping in hot on that kind of stuff. I'm going for the animals every single time. Feels like added bonus buy. It's almost like a 2-pack is what it feels like, or did feel like, still feels like in a lot of ways. Can I get all this out? Oh, it's always difficult. It's always difficult getting some of this stuff out of the package, as we know. And we're going to do it. We're professionals here. It's a professional channel. There it is. All right, one left. Can I get this big, long rifle out of here? This big old sniper rifle. I'm going to just break it, probably, is what I'm going to do. Oh, of course, we got a little tape going on here. And it looks like this tape might be Cambodian. What do you think, Todd? No, Todd says absolutely not. He couldn't shut that down fast enough. Nobody's getting to his Cambodian tape supplier. That's his supplier. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business. And I guess we're going to start with accessories first. And I guess we'll start with this one first right here. It is, of course, his big old sniper rifle, whatever you want to call it here. But he's ready to take on the world. And look at this. You can take off the silencer off on the end if you want to, or you can plug it back in, never to return, like I'm going to do. It'll go back in and stay there forever. You also got a little scope up there at the top. And then, of course, you get the little stand here. You can move up and down. Looking very good. Now, does the magazine come out? Oh, it does. The magazine does come out. And look at this. Pro Wrestling Illustrated from 1984. What's this Hulkamania all about is what it says right there. So very interesting. And of course, back in 1984, people weren't so sure. Years later, they found out. And the Ultimate Warrior found out once and for all, of course, at WrestleMania 6, when he pinned Hulk Hogan to the mat and took his title. Never forget. Never forget. But we do get that going on. We also get his big case right here. And I'm hoping this case opens up. What do you know, it does. And pretty cool here. You can store everything inside this. That is pretty cool. Little spots in here to store all that weapon. So he carries this around out there in the field. And he's just ready to set up shop. Kind of weird to be a sniper because you got to be kind of quiet if you're a sniper. You got to chill that heartbeat a little bit. And then he's got a wild boar and a wild monkey. Those are the quietest animals, as we do know. They're silent like a cat out there, I'm sure. But we do get this here looking very, very nice. Here for that all day long. You do get two knives here, black handle, silver blade. Makes sense, a guy like Gnawgahyde. He's going to put one of these in his teeth is what he's going to do. Maybe both of them. I could see that happening as well. Looking beautiful right there. Of course, he's an archer at the end of the day. He's a song and dance man, and he's an archer. And you do get the bow and arrows here, and it looks like you can store the last arrow. I love to be able to store all this stuff together. You guys know that, and I love that we can put that arrow right in there. Into his quiver, I guess. You do get that. You do get spots on the side to hold everything, it looks like here. So once again, on brand for the Joes. Plugs into the back as we're used to here. But you can store all this stuff on the back. And I think you can even probably put this on there if you want to. Look at that. You can store that on there. Everything goes on the figure. That is pretty cool if you ask me, as we always say. We always say that. But now, diving into the last few accessories here. I don't think we talked about the bow and arrow, I guess. It is a bow and arrow. I think we've seen this with Storm Shadow in the past as well. So you got to get the most out of your molds. We know how that goes here. But it is one of those fancy bow and arrows in the modern day bow and arrows. It's not the old school Robin Hood bow and arrow. This is a nice fancy one. The competition bow and arrow is what it reminds me of right there. You do get this is a pretty cool weapon here. I remember him with the big old blade, of course, like this. Just a crazy, like, jungle blade is what this looks like. But it does store onto his forearm, so he can kind of do one of these and not have to hold it. That is pretty cool if you ask me. Black handle, silver blade, looking really tough. Looks like something you need in the outback or wherever you are. You know, in the jungles, wherever it is. Now we're going to get down to it. Well, I guess I'll save this for him. We're going to go to these animals here. We're going to go to Yabo the monkey here. And man, this is the hits. This is the definition of the hits right here. And how cool is this? Especially the extra attention to detail here. Absolutely love this. They gave this monkey an eye patch. Yes, an eye patch for a monkey. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely love it. He's got a fierce face on him. He's got the fangs going. It reminds me of that movie. You guys ever seen that movie back in the 80s? It was called Monkey Shines. Oh, it was a Monkey Shines movie. And it was about this like helper monkey. And when I was a kid, I wanted a helper monkey. Who are we fooling? I still want a helper monkey. I just wish it was legal and they'd really help you. But I'd love to have a helper monkey like this guy. But he looks like the Monkey Shines monkey. He loved that guy so much. And he was like in a wheelchair, had an accident, all this stuff. It was his helper monkey. And then his helper monkey wanted to kill him. It's a tale as old as time, of course. But this looks like the Monkey Shines monkey. So looking very good there. And that eye patch, chef's kiss. Absolutely love it. Extra attention to detail. You sit there and you look at Yabo the monkey and you're like, what happened to this guy? How did this monkey get an eye patch? How does he keep that eye patch on? How is he cool with having it? How does he care so much? He's got some vanity going on because guess what? He doesn't want people to see his dead eye or the hole in there. He's going to cover that up. It's just, it really makes you think. And I'm a thinkins man guy, especially around my action figures, and I love what I see right here. No articulation on this guy, unfortunately, though, so he does walk a little bit of that statue line. But man, oh man, is this cool. Is this cool? Yes, it is. Yabo all day. Yabo for president. That's what I'm going to say. Now we get down to the Boar here, and Porkbelly's his name. He was unknown before. He was also a strange yellow color with a white mohawk back in the day. He's changed. He's changed, and it could be a different Boar for all we do know here. Got some beautiful hair, not gray this time though. Of course, he's got an earring. Why wouldn't you? He's a dreadnought after all. He's got an earring. Pigs, earring, sure. He's got a nose ring. That's a little bit more on brand for one of these guys with the earring. Power move, right, Todd? Todd agreed. Once again, power move right there, looking very good. Love those big old tusks coming out there. That's what you think of with a wild boar. His mouth's got to open, right? It's got to. Oh my gosh, it does. It opens so far, it's a removable jaw. Just comes right out just like that, so that didn't stay in very good. But it does open and closes. So I love that too. Of course, you know, when I was a kid, and maybe even after this video, he's attacking some Joes. He's chopping on somebody. That's what's going to happen. Probably going to get Sneak Peek. That's who usually died first in my battles as a kid. Sneak Peek, Windmill. Those guys were pretty much first in the fodder line back in the day, and that's what really started the battles, of course. But man, looking good right there. You got the hair on the side. He's got one big tusk, the other tusk broken off, and he's got like a little bit of a, I don't know what that is, a ring or something in there. So, man, this is a boar that's seen some things. He's been through the battles, of course. Got that squirrely pigtail on the end. It does have the articulation to it. And then, like a lot of the different animals we've got in the classified line, he's got a lot of that usual articulation. You get the head side to side, up and down, a little bit of neck movement. You get the legs back and forth, a little side to side, nothing to write home about, but you do get the knee joint, and then you get the ankle joint on these. So we do get all that. No hole in the feet, so he's not going to fit on a stand, though, unfortunately. But he doesn't need one. He's Porkbelly all day long. And I guess you can have the monkey ride him. I guess you just got to kind of figure out how that works exactly. But man, just, it's like Timon. Is it Timon and Pumbaa for a whole new generation and a much cooler generation, if you ask me. Get those Disney movies out of here. Even as a kid, I had no time for this Disney business. But I got time all day long for classified business. That's for sure. Looking beautiful. Chef's kiss. Double chef's kiss. Mark, you want to throw some over too? Mark's just doing one of these. Oh, yeah, he should be. It's a good one. It's a good one. Mark Summers. Shout out to him. But now we get old Gnawgahyde here. And oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I guess we'll start with this Outback Jack hat going on here. Got a little bit of those shark teeth or whatever they are. Some kind of teeth up there around the top. You got the folded in on the side. Shout out to Australians. Got a lot of good Australian viewers out there. You guys let me know. Anybody wear these hats in Australia? Is there anything more stereotypical to an Australian if you see somebody with this and like a can of Foster's? You're just like, what are we doing? This isn't Australian life. It's kind of like me being in the farmland. There's like no farmers anywhere around me. Everybody's like, oh, you live in the cornfields? No, I live in the city. There's no farms anywhere near me. But I know how it goes. So shout out to Australia. Shout out to this hat, and you can put it on Yabo the monkey if you want to. Oh, there it is, all-timer. But now we get down to Gnawgahyde here. Gnawgahyde, for being a dreadnought, being a crazy dude, obviously, he's got pretty teeth. He's got white teeth there. He's a dentist's dream is what he is. Little facial hair going on, very much like our boy Torch, of course. Check out that unboxing on the channel. But he's got some of that Motorhead style there. And at first, I thought he had a couple of strands of hair, like a young Homer Simpson on the top, but it looks to be scars on his head. Who knows what's going on there? He could be playing an Abdullah the Butcher gimmick out in the Outback. He could be. You never know what might be happening there. Very touch of class that I'm sure his parents enjoyed. He got that beautiful snake tattoo wrapping around his ear. Man, my dad would love me forever if I got something like that done, I'm sure. He wouldn't disown me at all. No, he wouldn't. But it looks good right there, looking nice. He's got another teeth kind of necklace going on. He's got some dog tags. Did he steal these from somebody? Did he get them? I don't know. Something happened there. He does got a little bit of a short vest there. I wish it was a little longer. It needs to be a hair longer on this vest. But it looks like he skinned that animal himself. But it's got like the cheetah print all over, the leopard print, whatever it is. But looking on brand, looking good right there. He's got the old Anarchy tattoo. Is he like a young Jeff Monson? Oh, who got Jeff Monson on their bingo G.I. Joe classified list? Nobody, I'm sure. MMA fighter back in the day, for those that don't know. He does got a little bicep wrap right here out of kind of that fur once again. Even got a knife holder back here in fur. So he's really loving that fur game. He's a poacher at heart, maybe. Who knows? Dude got some wristbands over here. Very cool, very heavy metal-like. Got some black gloves going on as well. And then he's going full-on bare chest and bare arms. He doesn't care. He's going full out there, looking very good. Got a nice utility belt. Got a couple of grenades sculpted in on both sides. Talked about the little furry holder for his knife. Looking nice there as well. Does got a knife holder down here around the boot. Love to be able to store everything, as you guys know. Got some jeans going on, pockets throughout, of course, as you can imagine, down to the black boots. A little Terry Steinbach-esque shin guards, looking very nice as well. Of course, let's walk through the articulation right here. Arms all the way around for us. Little butterfly action, bicep cut, double jointed, non-pinless elbows. Yes, it's true. They got pins in them. That's the weakest link of this figure so far I've seen. Absolutely. Besides that, love everything. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Do get a little ab crunch there. Little traditional waist. He's got those big old pork belly-esque splits. Look at that. Ready to jump on that balance beam. Does got the drop down hips, thigh cut, double jointed pin knees once again. Oh, you're pinning me to the mat, Gnawgahyde. What are we doing, Hasbro? Let's get those pinless joints going. Boot cut, ankles, back and forth, up and down. Absolutely a thing of beauty right here. Now, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. What do you know? Just like that, he's fitting on that stand. He says, Yabo, give me my hat back. And he gets that hat back and he's ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to take on all comers. Man, oh man, another slam dunk from the classified line right here. Maybe I got my dreadnought bias going on. Maybe I got my animal bias. Maybe I got my Lemmy facial hair bias. I don't know, but it's probably a mix of all the three of those things put together. Some really good figures here. Really, really good ones. And I did mention Torch, his brother-in-arms right here. Gnawgahyde and Torch, the two latest dreadnoughts from the classified series. Both chef's kisses for me. Absolutely love both these figures. A lot of fun right here. No doubt about it. Two favorites when I was a kid. Two favorites right now. Two really, really good figures. But we're not done, of course. You got to have Zartan. You got to have Buzzer. You got to have Ripper. And why wouldn't you have Zorana? And why wouldn't you? And why wouldn't you get Zanzibar in his skiff? We need Zanzibar. Give him that real hair ponytail. That's what we want. Come on. We'll get there eventually. And we'll get Zartan and Zorana's brother here soon as well. He should be shown at San Diego Comic-Con, I would have to imagine. So look forward to that in the future. But man, the Dreadnought shelf grows. I'm going to have a full shelf. I almost need to put a diorama there of like a cabin. That would be pretty cool. We'll see. I might do that in the future. But man, oh man, the hit's getting played here once again with Gnawgahyde. What are your guys' thoughts? Gnawgahyde for you? Gnawgahyde a pass? Gnawgahyde a long game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this channel. You guys know how that works by now. I appreciate all the support over there. Check out ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Gnawgahyde, Porkbelly, and my boy Yabo, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.